What's up, everyone? I'm Coach D. So first of all, I want to thank you guys for supporting my page. We hit 20,000 subscribers today, and I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you. But you know what? I'm not satisfied. Let's start the road to 100,000 subscribers today. Okay, so the Republican Party is morally bankrupt. Fox is not news. Bret Baier is a hack, and if we had honest media in this country, Republicans would never win elections. Kamala Harris goes into the belly of the beast. She goes into an interview on Fox News with Bret Baier. And all they did was try to get zingers and shots in and all those types of things and deceive her during that interview. Check out this clip.
We asked that question to the former president today. Harris Faulkner had a town hall, and this is how he responded.
I heard about that. They were saying I was like threatening. I'm not threatening anybody. They're the ones doing the threatening. They do phony investigations. I've been investigated more than Alphonse Capone. He was the greatest gangster. No, it's true. No, but think of it. It's called weaponization of government. It's a terrible thing.
So,
Brett, I'm sorry, and with all due respect, that clip was not what he has been saying about the enemy within that he has repeated when he's speaking about the American people. That's not what you just showed.
well, he was asked about that specific...
No, that's not what you just showed. In all fairness and respect to you,
that was the question that we asked him.
You didn't show that, and here's the bottom line. He has repeated it many times, and you and I both know that. And you and I both know that he has talked about turning the American military on the American people. He has talked about going after people who are engaged in peaceful protest. He has talked about locking people up because they disagree with him. This is a democracy. And in a democracy, the President of the United States, in the United States of America, should be willing to be able to handle criticism without saying he'd lock people up for doing it. And this is what is at stake, which is why you have someone like the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff saying what Mark Milley has said about Donald Trump being a threat to the United States of America.
So it turns out, right before the clip Bret Baier was showing Kamala Harris, Donald Trump was saying exactly what Kamala Harris said he has been saying all this time. Talking about the enemy within, talking about sending the military after Americans who disagree with him or criticize him. Kamala Harris was absolutely right when she said a president needs to have the temperament, needs to have the toughness to be able to take criticism without wanting to lock people up for it. My goodness, and we've seen Donald Trump. This is not the first time. He talked about the enemy from within, in recent times. But before then, he has been talking about, getting rid of people who disagree with him. He's talking about how, CNN and MSNBC should be losing their licenses because they disagree with him. He's talking about how Fox News should get rid of Jessica Tarloff because she disagrees with him. Donald Trump wants a world full of yes men. That is what he's used to in his personal life. So he can't handle when people disagree with him. And I love that she said, this is what is at stake, because she's absolutely right. This is what is at stake. Listen, we saw what Donald Trump does in 4 years. We saw that he inherited an Obama economy. The first 2 years of Donald Trump's presidency, it was all the fumes of the Obama economy. The last two were horrible because it was Donald Trump in full control. He messed up the COVID response, which led to him losing jobs, which led to unemployment rising and rising. We have now had record job growth under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. We've now had record stock markets under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. We now have record low unemployment under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. So we had a great economy under Barack Obama, who is a Democrat. We had Republican Donald Trump come in and mess it up. And now we have Democrats fixing it again. And this is why the only person that should be the president of the United States when we vote on November 5th is Kamala Harris. because she will continue and add on to what her administration with Joe Biden is already doing. You don't want what Donald Trump gave us in the last 2 years of his presidency again. It was a train wreck, and it is exactly where we are going with Trump's tariffs and his tax breaks for the rich, and he has nothing, not a single policy for the rest of us. Again, we have two choices. Kamala Harris, someone who is for the people, who wants to see the middle class and small businesses rise up. And then we have Donald Trump, who's for the rich. He wants to give them tax cuts. He doesn't even hide it. He said it at Mar-a-Lago straight to them. He doesn't want to do anything for the little man. All I can tell you guys is vote blue, vote Kamala Harris. Let's win this thing, period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.